we were quite interested in getting into the breeding side, and so we went to the sales and we bought a mare that was already in foal to beneficial, and Lady Buttons was the result of that purchase.
She won her first 2 bumpers, then she went to Cheltenham on a horrible rainy wet day, and then after that she went to Aintree for the mare's bumper. That was a really good day.
Probably the best
yeah,
day.
probably the best day. Phil said that day that there was 20 horses in the race, that if she finished in the top 10, that we knew that we'd got a good horse, and she got beat second by a head. So it was an emotional day and a good day.
But potentially after the Aintree bumper, we always thought there was plenty there in the engine for it to push on and go further. And so did Phil. Yeah, I think it was a case of seeing how she could progress really.
Her work was always very, very good, and that year we had a really good bunch of bumper horses, and she was actually always a step ahead of them all, so it was quite nice to know where we were with them all. So we went to her first bumper fairly confident that she'd won a big race, and obviously she was fairly impressive, and ever since then her work's always been very, very good, so we've always expected it to be very nice really. My favourite race for her would probably be the Newbury race, because we sort of chucked her a little bit in the deep end for the simple reason she'd never run in the handicap over fences, and we'd been sticking to mares races, and it was nice just to see her going frank all the mares form against geldings, and I think she was very, very impressive that day, and it showed just how good she really was. I think the main thing with her is she's got a very, very high cruising speed, and she's got a good attitude, and she wins her races through probably the first 3 quarters of the race because she travels so strongly. It takes a very good horse to get her off the bridle.
The enjoyment of owning a horse like Lady Buttons is that we've had horses now for quite a few years, and obviously she's by far in a way the best horse that we've ever owned. And when you're going to the races and you're going with a live chance and things like that, it makes it all the better, because all the time and effort and the money that you put in, it's just a little bit of payback, and these are the days that you live for.
I think she's a genuine mare, and people know that they're going to get a genuine race out of her, and I think because she's probably a northern horse and just doing well for our area and for Phil, and we're surprised as anybody at the following that she's got, because people come up to Keith and I and they'll just say, "Oh, you Lady Buttons," and we'll say, "Oh yeah," and you don't realise that people that you've never even met before, and obviously now with social media you get a lot more on that when there's anything on Instagram, Facebook, the amount of people, not just local people, but in the old northern area, well even down south as well, I think.
And she's been brilliant really for me, because she's taken us to, when we were a small yard that now we've obviously got a lot more horses, and she was the one that's taken us to the bigger races and put us a little bit in the limelight. And it's not, obviously I'm hoping she's actually still improving, which is really good. So I do think that the mares races have been brilliant for racing really, especially for us, because we've targeted quite a few of them, so we've been lucky that we've had quite a few nice mares that have been capable of actually running in these races. I do believe now that they've become fairly competitive, and they're definitely more competitive and a lot harder to win now, which I think is also going to be a good thing. And also I think it's encouraging people now to buy mares and also keep them in training rather than just send them off to a brood mare after winning a bumper or a novice hurdle. There's a longevity in mares now for them, so I think it's definitely been really good for the job.